What is up, guys? Wolfie C Jammer here, known as Wolfie Chica on Animal Jam. And today, two things before I do start. Well, one thing technically, I made a video for Monday, but now it's Tuesday. But you'll see the person. If you go look right now, there's a person down in my featured list, and they're new and they're at the very bottom. And I'm doing from every Monday. I will randomly pick a subscriber using the uh, random number generator and picking them and putting them on my featured list for a week, giving them a shout out and such. And so it's a good chance for them to get subscribers. But I did not post that video because I slacked a lot yesterday. So that will be up later. So you guys go check that out. And now for the main part of this video, it's kind of go back. It's kind of going back. It is. It's going back to the economic video, Animal Jam Economics, and a lot of you guys are liking that, and a lot of you guys are starting to learn and realize certain things on Animal Jam that you guys haven't before, which I love. So I want to push this a little further since you guys are starting to comprehend what's going on, which is great. And wanted to point out to someone who said something. Here it is. Barry Burry Burst AJ, my friend. They said the reason there's many founders is because Animal Jam is planting them. It's where they make fake accounts, which fake trade, so they trade them into the game. Now, this part right here doesn't make a little bit make sense a little bit, but fake trade. I do believe they are planting them in certain ways. I don't know how. I don't know if that possibly is a way they are doing it. But like I said in the last video, there has been an increased amount of founders everywhere for no particular reason. So, yeah. So basically, what I wanted to talk about though, for this video, is certain items that you can expect to see come back. And well, first off, like I said, I think I said this in the last video. A lot of hints have been given out lately. That gazelles might come back, but like I said, of course, not in the original colors. Anything that comes back will not that had certain colors scheme like colors. Besides den items, any clothes items that are coming back, their color scheme, of course, will be different. Um, and yeah, so just letting you guys know, if those come back out, don't worry that much because your gazelles will still be worth the same. Uh, as for founders, I honestly do believe they are not coming out, but I feel like I kind of regret giving up my founder and trading it and then doing all this crazy nonsense and stuff and getting it scammed and all over the place. So I mean, but at the same time, for people that are like, and I'm telling you guys right now, and you guys are probably like, oh, there's a chance for them to come back. There's a good chance for those founder values to come back to what they used to be, but it'll take a very long time. Probably about like a year, maybe like a year and a half, because the reason is though, it'll take a long time for people to think, oh, yeah, the values, there's not that many. And the thing is, no one's going to recycle them. That's why I'm saying there's going to be a really long time. And they're always going to be out and about in trades and everything. There's just so many. And an item like that, people will not recycle. So for the values for those to come back will take a very, very long time when people start just to recycle them because they don't want them. And it's kind of what's happening with the fox hats and a whole bunch of other things. People uh, are like, oh, the value of this is no longer, so I don't really want them, and they don't give them out and they just recycle them. Now, the more that are no longer in the game, the value comes back up because there's less of them. It kind of goes back to the inflation, and deflatation, what I was mentioning in my last video. So yeah, those values will come back, but with time. Now, certain things do have tricky values, and since if there's not a lot of something, it will have a very hard time getting traded. Like those gazelles, the light purple gazelles, which are like extremely rare. There's only like what two pairs, three pairs, one pair, I don't know. Which I don't even understand. That I don't know. I'm pretty sure there might be a little bit more, but people just, don't realize they have them and they're just hiding somewhere or whatever in a storage account that no one can get to. But things like that, when people put a value on something like that, when there's only one or three out of the whole game, you can't trade for it. It's impossible because someone will always get ripped off. Because if you want to trade it, and that's like the rarest thing in the whole game, you can only offer 4 items. 4 items will not be enough for the whole, like the rarest thing in the game. So you would have to be like, oh, can you send this, this, and this? And of course, odds are people won't because they know what they're getting and they're not going to send you anything more. So items like that is what's hard. And that's kind of what goes back to the founder situation. Um, I think the reason why there's a lot more founders out and about is so they realized how hard it was to trade founders and no one was able to get them, but they understood they did it. Originally, the plan was like, oh, everyone who gets a founder during this time, they were around the beta times. It proves that you're on the beta times. But now they notice, like, a lot of people having them when it wasn't beta times and they didn't care anymore. It was just a cool little thing to have for a while. And then so many people couldn't get them and people wanted them, but no one was able to get their hands on them because of the value was so high. So they had to deflate it. Because it was getting out of hand and people were fighting over founders and the values and it was crazy and so much scamming was going on because people were like, all right, send this as well. And of course no one did because they got a good deal out of it. So yeah, that's kind of why I think the founders came back. In not like came back, but like there's more about if they are doing that secret trading thing and putting them out there. And I don't know, like doing some weird trades with some people, but yeah, I think that's what's going on. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. And AJ does understand because they see what's hard to get. This I don't know why I just went like the the spikes now. I've been realizing they're not coming back, but they've been having the same issue with a lot of them appearing all of a sudden. But that hasn't really changed anything because those values will always be the same because that's the most like loved item to wear. That besides gazelles, they're like the second most wanted thing besides gazelles. Founders no longer have their value, of course, so that's why I'm not saying like first or second for those because it goes into gazelles and then it goes to spikes. And then beards, I don't know. No one likes beards anymore. Those dropped too, guys. To let you guys know right now, all beards dropped value except for the cream or that orange color that's only like very rare and like that's another one that's been limited. Like only 5 or 3 are out. I don't understand where people get these numbers because honestly, yes, you could see those people have them, but like there's a lot of items out there that not a lot of people see. Um, so there, of course there could be more than like 3 or 4, but they're probably hiding on an account or something like that, and no one knows. So you can't really say there's only this many of them. Animal Jam is the only one that knows because they keep count of the records. It's a numbered thing. I can't describe it to you guys. You guys would be very confused. Um, it's kind of how like chicken smoothie, for example. Chicken Smoothie on the archives how they get the rarity of pets. As you guys can see, this is still, they have no rarities. But when you go to 2013, just showing an example, you see how these have rarities. This is, okay, I think this is great. This is really a great example for Animal Jam. So say this is, this items on Animal Jam. Now, all of these, there's rarities from OMG So Common, Very Common, Common, Uncommon, Rare, Very Rare, and OMG So Rare. Now, when things are common, that means there's a lot of them on and about. There's a couple good amounts of these guys everywhere. But then when you go to uncommon, there's like, just there's a few hundred going around. These would be like thousands. This would be a few hundred. And then when you go to rare, it would be very like very hard. Like, I can't like put numbers into my mind, but it'd be a little bit really harder to get a little bit. But then when it's very rare, you would only see like maybe three a day. But then when it's OMG so rare, you only see like one a day. So that's kind of what Animal Jam is. And so founders kind of became an common item. So they're in the common section. Spikes common section, but their value hasn't changed. Uncommon would kind of be this hood that I have that I recently got. It's a beta hood, the legit beta hood with the green little speckle thing. You guys can't really see it that well, but yeah, if you guys zoom in, you could see it. But yeah, so that there's not that many, so that would be like a rare or very rare because a lot of those beta hoods have actually been disappeared. I don't know where they went. I haven't really seen any. This little guy right here would be a very rare, close to an OMG so rare. Not a lot of people have him, and the offers I've been getting for this guy has been amazing. I've been getting Bubbletrons, I've been getting Mummy Gloves, Lava Gloves, a beta TV, some other betas. So he's very valuable, this little guy, because only very few people have him because when he came out 3 years ago, it was like you had to get him from the claw machine, and he was one of the hardest ones to get from the claw machine, and not a lot of people won him, and the ones that did, of course, trade him off and everything like that. But there's not that many out here, so he's very valuable. All of the rare witch hats, the little I'll show you mine. I have a black witch hat, which is I think technically the valuable color because it's legit black, like a real witch hat. I don't know why. Why did I do that? I just clicked it off. I was trying to put it on, but I forgot. I was like looking at my trade. Um. So yeah. I don't want to go find it. If you guys heard that, I'm sorry. My Xbox is beeping. I'm in a party. Here we are. So yeah, this is valuable. Also, this color rare Medusa mask you get a good amounts of stuff for, and these wings. So certain rares do have their good values, even for simple stuff like this. It's just because those colors, especially the black, people die for, and I've been getting some good beta offers on that. So like I said, it all depends on how many items are out there, and like you said, if you guys play Chicken Smoothie, you guys know exactly how I'm talking about this. And I'm sorry you really can't even see half their faces. Kind of like realized this dog's face was cut off. But so yeah, it's basically Chicken Smoothie is basically like that. And also, what I was kind of going at right now, see, I was trying to say like how these have values and these don't yet. The reason being, these haven't had a value for close to a month. Because the reason is they gotta figure out now the person who there's two people that really run this game, Tess and Nick. And Nick is the computer HTML operator, and he takes care of putting the pets up and all the items and such. And he's got to make sure, and he's got to count how many of these pets have been released. And I'll tell, like, when he goes to the section, I'll tell him how many of them been released, how many haven't been released, and how many per account, take a good guesstimate of that. So it's all having to do with math and just to make sure the rarities go for where they are. So, say if this was barely any of these got released, this would be like a very rare or an OMG so rare. And only a couple of hundred got released of these, a rare. And so on and so forth. So that's pretty much how Animal Jam goes with everything. So hopefully you guys understand this perspective a little bit better. A little bit better. And if you guys, like I said, have any questions, make sure you please ask me down below in the comment section. I would love to help you guys. I do think Burry Burst AJ for this little video idea, so I could talk about this with you guys because that really got me more thinking, and I really do want to help you guys with everything. So like I said, I'll also leave my Skype down below, and you guys can ask me if you guys have any trade questions or whatnot, and I'll definitely try my best to help you guys. And if you guys have any questions about Animal Jam economics, and if you want to know if you think a certain item is going to come back out, ask down below, and I'll see and I'll look into it for you guys, and I'll hopefully answer it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm sorry these videos are long, but it takes a really long time to describe what's going on, and it does fill you in and makes you a little bit more knowledgeable of what's going on at Animal Jam at the moment, because I know everything is getting hectic with trades, so I wanted to kind of simplify this for you guys, and hopefully you guys understand. So thank you guys for watching, and as I always say, may the trades be ever in your favor. Goodbye.